Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, over to Ramananda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I offer my humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas here who are gathered to discuss and relish the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nectarian pastimes. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaya patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anantakoti Vaishnava Bhaktivinoda Jai. Hare Krishna. Today we are discussing Chaitanya Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, 3rd chapter, 125 verse onwards. From few weeks we are discussing about this Madhya Lila 3rd chapter. The chapter named Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Stay at the House of Advaita Acharya. In this chapter, we see there are 219 verses are there, and it has divided into 9 prime sections. First section, in the beginning of the chapter, we have seen Mahaprabhu took sannyasa without informing anybody, and he wanted to go to Vrindavana. Then Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, they diverted Mahaprabhu to Shantipura, and Advaita Acharya took Mahaprabhu to his house. Mahaprabhu was fasting 3 days before that, and Mahaprabhu have not informed he has taken sannyasa. So Advaita Acharya arranges a nice prasadam to Lord, and we can see the loving dealings and the relationships of Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya. We can see a nice section, so many set of verses were described the importance of prasada. We have seen already, and the joking dialogues between Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya also we have seen. Then from 108 shloka onwards, we have seen the Sankirtana. Many devotees were started coming to visit Advaita Acharya's house, and Advaita Acharya starts the Sankirtan, and Mahaprabhu manifests so many ecstatic symptoms. These and all we were discussing. Today, we will start 125. Share the screen. Just a second. Share screen. Yeah. Before we are discussing the shlokas, Mahaprabhu was manifesting the ecstatic symptoms. These are detailedly, we can see in text 123. Ashrukampa pulaka shveda gadgada vachana kshane bute kshane pade kshane karodana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Tears fell from his eyes and his whole body trembled. His bodily hair stood on end. He perspired heavily and his words faltered. Sometimes he stood, sometimes he fell, and sometimes he cried. We can see the ecstatic symptoms exhibited by Mahaprabhu. From this, actually, while we are reading or studying Madhya Lila, especially Chaitanya Charitamrita sections, we have to closely notice and introspect ourselves. Where am I standing? While reading the purports, am I experienced these symptoms, or how much I could able to relish the relations with the devotees? All these and all we have to notice. We have to ourselves, we have to observe all this. Yeah, of course, we cannot compare with Mahaprabhu, because being a Supreme Lord, he is Vibhu. And after all, we are a Anu only, we are atomic. But at least little portions of these symptoms, did I experience anytime we could able to feel the ecstatic while chanting like that, and all we have to notice. Suppose anybody can question, myself also including, why I am not getting these symptoms or ecstatic feelings. Then again we have to cry in front of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu, I am not getting these all ecstatic symptoms. What should I do? I could not able to chant very seriously. My mind is bewildering. My mind is shattering here and there. My mind is wandering. Please, you shower me mercy. Without your mercy, I could not able to chant, or I couldn't able to experience these symptoms. I wanted to experience these symptoms. So please, Mahaprabhu, please shower me your mercy. And all the devotees we have to pray. All the devotees, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda, they are like um, Kalpatarus, desire trees. So we have to pray, we have to cry. Please, I want to experience these symptoms. Then very soon we could able to start experience. Maybe all the feelings are, maybe one by one, or some of the symptoms we can also experience. We see sometimes, if we notice, how many of you noticed, I don't know, when we go pilgrimage dhams, or when we meet senior devotees, sometimes we can see while they chant, they shiver, their body shivers, their voice will falters, all these and all. If we notice very closely, if we observe closely, then we can experience. So sadhaka should aspire, should continuously cry, when I will also experience some atomic portion of the ecstasy, then definitely all the devotees and Mahaprabhu will shower definitely mercy on us also. Text 124. Haha prana priya saki Ina haila more kanu prema vishe mora tanu mana jare. Mukunda started singing. He observed the mood of Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu was burning so much in the suppression of Radharani. So he started praising, and he started reciting the verses. Mukunda sang, my dear intimate friend, what has not happened to me due to the effects of the poison of love for Krishna? My body and mind have been severely afflicted. When Mukunda saw that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was feeling ecstatic pain and manifesting ecstatic bodily symptoms, all due to feelings of separation from Krishna, he sang songs about Srimati Radharani's meeting with Krishna. Advaita Acharya also stopped dancing. Then by the time the passes little by little, the ecstasy also increases, and Lord was feeling so much pain from the separation of Krishna. So Mukunda has started reciting the verses about Srimati Radharani meeting with Krishna. And then Advaita Acharya also, he stopped dancing and watching. So these shlokas we were reciting up to this last week. From today, we can start from this 125. Ratri dine pode mana soyas dina pan, yahan gela kanu pan tahanu diyan. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. My feeling is like this. My mind burns day and night, and I can get no rest. If there were some place I could go to meet Krishna, I would immediately fly there. This is the, look at the, we can understand the mode. I could go to meet Krishna, I would immediately fly there. Anytime our minds are, our hearts wanted like this, we wanted to go and hear Lord's pastimes. We can go and we can visit the ecstatic places from Vrindavana or Sridham, Mayapur. Like that, our heart also should lament whether it is parikrama or we attends the festivals or some important special occasions, then we can see the devotees flooded, like the devotee flood we can see, and everybody looks like very ecstatic. By seeing the atmosphere surroundings itself, we feel surcharged. Very fortunately, this year I could able to visit, attend and do the parikrama, and I feel every corner of the Mayapur flooded with devotees. And that too, after the Corona period, everything was open, and all the devotees wanted to participate. Any corner, if you see devotees. There are Hindi group, there are international group, Bengali group. Everywhere there are pandals. Everywhere Krishna Katha is going on, Gaura Katha was going on. Before Gaura Purnima, I went almost 2 weeks before. Everywhere, every corner of the Mayapur was the festival atmosphere. By just looking the devotees, we feel about these many devotees, and everybody was how ecstatic. Everybody was rushing to hear Katha, to meet devotees. Everybody were in hurry. The atmosphere was so much ecstatic. When we are reading or hearing Gaura Katha, we should also aspire, Mahaprabhu, maybe I couldn't able to participate in your Leela. At moment, just I am reading or I am hearing the Leela, but one day, definitely, I wanted to participate. Please give me a chance to participate personally in your Leela. Hopefully, that day will arrive and all of us also will participate in and experience with the association of Mahaprabhu personally. Definitely, one day, that day will come. Text 126. Yei pada gaya mukunda madhure susware suniya prabhura chitta antare vidare. This stanza was sung by Mukunda in a very sweet voice. But as soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this stanza, his mind went to pieces. Mahaprabhu, being Gauranga, experiencing the love of Srimati Radharani. How Radharani was experiencing his love, exhibiting so much ecstasy in every moment, even when meeting Lord personally and when in separation also. So when we have to understand, or when we are reading this, the ecstasy in the separation, that language is actually different. The paribhasha is different. When we are in that level, we could able to experience that feel of separation or whatever the ecstasy. Before, I was thinking many years before, what feelings are there in the separation? What ecstasy is there in the separation? But after meeting with the devotees, associating with the devotees, we could able to understand a little bit. Actually, there is so much rasa is there in the separation, mood of separation. And you see, being a supreme Lord, how many infinite times Mahaprabhu could able to experience or exhibit the intensity of the rasa. Even though we couldn't able to experience personally, but by reading, definitely we can aspire, we can longing very strongly. One day, Mahaprabhu, please shower mercy. The devotees, please shower mercy. Definitely, we also could able, or we can able to understand this mode of separation or the ecstasy. Nirveda Vishada Harsha Chapalya Garvadanya Rabura Sagita Yuddha Kare Bhava Sainya. The transcendental ecstatic symptoms of disappointment, moroseness, pleasure, restlessness, pride, and humility all began to fight like soldiers within the Lord. Purport. Harsha is described in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Harsha is experienced when one finally attains the desired goal of life and consequently becomes very glad. Harsha means in our language we can say happiness or bliss, or like that we can understand. It is detailedly explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. When Harsha is present, the body shares, and one's bodily hairs stand on end. The Gaura Purnima times, or when senior sannyasis visits us, we also experience a little bit. Sometimes suddenly we feel some pure devotees association makes us very ecstatic. Suddenly, all of a sudden we feel our hairs are standing. Some ecstasy we can feel. We can experience this feeling. There are perspiration, tears, and an outburst of passion and madness. The mouth becomes swollen, and one experiences inertia and illusion. When a person attains this desired object and feels very fortunate, the luster of his body increases. Because of his own qualities and feelings of greatness, he does not care for anyone else. And this is called garva or pride. This condition, one utters prayers and does not reply to others' inquiries. Looking at one's own body, cancelling one's desires, and not heeding the words of others are symptoms visible in the ecstasy of garva. All these different feelings and all, maybe very soon we will start experience, already some of you are already experiencing. That is the description of the feelings of ecstasy. Text number 108. Jara jara haila prabhu bhavera prahare bhumite padela swasa nahika sharire. Mahaprabhu, how further he is experiencing, we will see the entire body of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to totter due to the onslaught of various ecstatic symptoms. As a result, he immediately fell to the ground and his breathing almost stopped. This is the Mahaprabhu going on, what the feelings, what the state of consciousness Mahaprabhu going on is this one. We can understand all the symptoms Mahaprabhu was manifesting. Dekiya chintite haila yata bhakta gana achambite ute prabhu kariya garjana. Upon seeing the condition of the Lord, all the devotees became very anxious. Then suddenly the Lord got up and began to make thundering sounds. Upon seeing the Lord's condition, all the devotees there, all the devotees present became so much anxious. What happened to Mahaprabhu? Mahaprabhu is not at all speaking. Now what we have to do? All became so much anxious. Then suddenly Lord got up and he began to make thundering sounds. Then Lord started to speak. Bale bal bal bale nache anande vivala bhujana nayaya bhavataranga prabhala. Bhavataranga is important word in this. So Bhavataranga means the waves of ecstasy. Mahaprabhu, upon standing up, the Lord said, go on speaking, go on speaking. Thus he began to dance, overwhelmed with pleasure. No one could understand the strong waves of this ecstasy. Mahaprabhu, deeply immersed in his bhava taranga, and he spoke, go on speaking. So when somebody is experiencing this ecstasy, what they will do, they wanted to hear more and more. They wanted to chant and more, and they start dance more and more, and they experience, they overwhelmed with the ecstasy. That is actually called the bhava taranga. Devotees, we can see many times with Kartika Yatras, Maharajas, they take us devotees to Yatras and all. We can see so much time devotees untirelessly, they dance. How much they dance also, they wanted to dance. They never show the tirelessness. We can see those ecstatic moments. नित्यानंद संगे बोले प्रभु के दारिना, आचार्य हरिदासा बोले पाचेता नाचिना. Lord Nityananda began to walk with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to see that he would not fall. And Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakura followed them dancing. Mahaprabhu being experiencing the ecstasy, what is happening in his surroundings, he don't know. That's why Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, what they do? They were taking care. They were behind Mahaprabhu so that Mahaprabhu couldn't able to fall. So they were guarding and they were walking behind. They are taking care Mahaprabhu. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, usually before pandemic and all, Maharaj used to take Kartika Yatras every year. Fortunately, I could able to join with the Yatra 2-3 times. So sometimes I have witnessed when while this incident I was telling about in Jagannath Puri. We went Yatra and we joined in the Yatra. It was so much wonderful dance. Maharaj himself and dancing. There were so many devotees, senior devotees, they were guarding. That is around 2013, 2012. I was thinking, why these devotees are not dancing? Why they were catching hands and only guarding Maharaj? Like that I was thinking that time. Then I was looking. Maharaj was dancing. Devotees, hours were going on, but they are not stopping. I was thinking, ayo, this much stamina, everybody is a devotee, every devotee is having, how much time they were dancing. Their faces were different smiles. I couldn't able to understand, but only simply silently watching and witnessing. Then later I could able to connect, oh my God, this is the ecstatic feelings. Like that, when we see some senior devotees, they experience while they're dancing, they don't know what is happening. I read in the article, His Holiness Bhaktitirtha Swami Maharaj. It seems while he is dancing, sometimes his clothes also fell off and he couldn't able to stop his dance. That much ecstasy, how they will dance. So here, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, they were standing behind. They were looking at Mahaprabhu so that he will not fall. Because in the ecstasy, what they do, whether they will fall down or whether what will happen, they don't mind what is going on. They don't mind. So other devotees, whoever there, they will start take care. Yehi mata prahare ka nache prabhu range, kabu harsha kabu vishada bhavera tarange. In this way, the Lord danced for at least 3 hours. Sometimes the symptoms of ecstasy were visible, including pleasure, moroseness, and many other waves of ecstatic emotional love. These are the Mahaprabhu danced continuously at least 3 hours. Tina dina upavase kariya bhojana uddanda nritite prabhuda haila parishrama. The Lord had been fasting for 3 days, and after that period, he took eatables sumptuously. Thus, when he danced and jumped high, he became a little fatigued. We have seen previous weeks, the Lord was fasting 3 days, and Advaitacharya very lovingly, he serves Mahaprabhu Prasada. And we have seen also, being a sannyasi, there is a tug of war. Mahaprabhu experiences what I should do. Being a Supreme Lord, they are giving the best bhoga to accept for the pleasure of the Lord, whether he has to accept, because Advaitacharya serving with so much love and affection, or to exhibit, to be show the ideal sannyasi behavior, then Mahaprabhu hesitating to take the sannyasa. But being a Bhaktavatsala, being a Supreme Lord, finally Lord accepts the Mahaprasada. After 3 days, he is fasting and he had prasada sumptuously. Then he was dancing this much jump. Lord became little bit fatigued. Tabuta na jane shrama, prema vishtahana, nityananda Mahaprabhu ke rakila dharina. Being fully absorbed in love of Godhead, he would not understand his fatigue. But Nityananda Prabhu, catching him, stopped his dancing. Mahaprabhu, being in a state of ecstasy, Bhavataranga, he don't understand what is happening, whether this much dance, little Lord feeling fatigued and all, Lord is not feeling. But Nityananda Prabhu, he stopped Mahaprabhu's dancing. Acharya Gosanita be Rakila Kirtana Nana Seva Kari Prabhu came Karaila Jayana. Although the Lord was fatigued, Nityananda Prabhu kept him steady by holding him. At the time, Advaitacharya suspended the chanting and by rendering various services to the Lord, made him lie down to take rest. Parikrama parties, when we go to the parikramas, this is the same situation, almost a similar situation we can see. Devotees, while they visit Shiva Sangan or Advaitacharya's house, we have to see how devotees dance. Very difficultly, some of the devotees, they stops, but still, many devotees, they will be in the ecstasy, dancing, singing. This and we have to experience, or we have to witness. Then only we could able to understand the ecstasy of the devotees. Yei mata dasha dina bhojana kirtana eka rupe kare kare prabhura sevana. So like this 10 continuous days, Advaitacharya held feasting and chanting in the evening. He served the Lord in this way without any change. This is the speciality of our movement. Feasting, chanting, dancing. That's all. Anand hi Anand hai. So 10 continued days, Advaitacharya was feasting. Arranging the prasadam to all the devotees. Prabhate Acharya Ratna Dolaya Chadana Bhakta Gana Sange Aila Sachi Matalana. From 137 onwards, next section is starting. Sachi Mata is meeting Lord. That section we can see from this shloka. In the morning, Chandrasekhara seated Sachimata in a palanquin and brought her from her house with many devotees. Continuous 10 days, Sankirtan is going on, and the feasting is going on. But after that 10 days, Sachimata not come. Then Chandrasekhara, Acharya Ratna, we can see this character. He is Mahaprabhu's uncle. After Mahaprabhu's father, Sri Jagannath Mishra, has passes away, Acharya Ratna, Chandrasekhara only he had taken care of Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu as Nimai Pandit, he is having a special bonding with Acharya Ratna. So Mahaprabhu, without information, he has taken the sannyasa. So up to that, either Sachimata or these devotees, they have not had the darshan of Mahaprabhu. This Acharya Ratna, Chandrasekhara Thakura, if you see, when he heard Mahaprabhu has taken the sannyasa, Mahaprabhu has removed the beautiful his hair, he was crying and he was fainted. That much he was attached with Nimai Pandit. They shared very close bonding. So the Chandrasekhara Acharya, he brought Sachimata in a palanquin from her house, and so many devotees were accompanied with them. Nadiya nagarera loka Sri balaka vritha sabaloka ila ila sangata samriddha. In this way, all the people of the town of Nadia, including all women, boys and old men, came there. Thus the crowd increased. After all, Nimai Pandit, small Nimai was everybody's lovable, everybody's darling. So after they heard Nimai has taken the sannyasa and now he is staying in Advaita Acharya's house, all the people from Nadia town, everybody, they accompanied Sachimata and everybody came to visit Mahaprabhu. Prata Kritya Kari Kare Nama Sankirtana Sachimata Lana Ila Advaita Bhavana. In the morning, after regular duties were completed and the Lord was chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the people accompanied Sachimata to the house of Advaita Acharya. So after 10 days, Sachimata and all other devotees, they arrived to see Mahaprabhu to the Shantipur, where Advaita Acharya residing. Sachi aage padila Prabhu Dandavatana Kandite lagila Sachi kola utaina. As soon as Mother Sachi appeared on the scene, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell before her like a stick. Mother Sachi began to cry, taking the Lord on her lap. This is the importance of the value of a mother. Even Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyasa also, once he sees his mother, immediately Mahaprabhu fell before her like a stick. Mother Sachi, immediately she has seen Mahaprabhu and she started crying. Donara darshane duni aila vivala keshana dekiya sachi aila vikala. Upon seeing each other, they both became overwhelmed. Seeing the Lord's head without hair, Mother Sachi became greatly agitated. Mahaprabhu taken sannyasa and he removed, for taking sannyasa, they have to remove the hair and all the dressing style, everything will be changed. So Mother Sachi was looking at her son, and she was greatly looking with so much pain. So what happened to my dear son? What happened? See, without hair, how you are looking? These so many are moment brahmachari's parents also, they experience this one. Many, some of the brahmacharis without parents concern, sometimes it happens. Then later the parents, they will blame us moment also. There are some incident recorded. They see their children in the saffron. Parents feel so much pain. Mm, Newly younger wife is there at home, and my child has taken sannyasa. What happened to his beautiful face? He has removed the hair. So Mother Sachi was feeling so much pain. Ange moche muka chumbe kari nirekshana dekite na paya ashru barila nayana. Out of love, she began to caress the body of the Lord. Sometimes she kissed his face and tried to observe him carefully. But because her eyes were filled with tears, she could not see. She wanted to see the Mahaprabhu's face, but being her in so much pain and ecstasy, she couldn't able to see the Mahaprabhu's face. Kandiya kahena sachi machare ni mani Vishwarupa samana kariha niturai. Understanding that Lord Chaitanya had accepted the renounced order of life, Sachi Mata crying said to the Lord, "My darling Nimai, do not be cruel like Vishwarupa, your elder brother." Mother Sachi started in so much pain. She started, your elder brother Vishwarupa also did same thing, and you also renounced your life. So Mother was started so much crying. Actually, Mahaprabhu has taken sannyasa. Already we have discussed the reasons. There are so much social customs also there. Being a sannyasi, there should not be any sense gratification. There shouldn't be any personal enjoyment. Then they has to travel continuously for preaching purpose. They have to maintain danda. They have to read Vedanta Sutra, and they have to avoid luxury, and they should not leave any kinds of remnants. They have to give blessings to each and everybody without any discrimination, and they have to follow so much simplicity, so much cleanliness they have to maintain, and they have to avoid association with the materialists. So there are so many rules and social customs were there. All these things, Mother Sachi was thinking, then she started her small Nimai taken sannyasa, how he will manage all those things. Your elder brother also taken, and now you are also taken. She was crying so much. Sannyasi haiya puna nadila darshana tumi teche kaila mora haibe marana. Mother Sachi is feeling it's like a death. Mother Sachi continued, after accepting the renounced order, Vishwarupa never again gave me audience. If you do like him, that will certainly be the death of me. After taking sannyasa, Mahaprabhu's elder brother Vishwarupa, he never turned back. He has not given darshana to Mother Sachi. So Mother was feeling so much pain. Now you also, you will do like that. That will be equal to me, equal to death. She was crying. Then, Kandiya balena Prabhu suna morai, tomara sharirai mora kichunai. Mahaprabhu, how he was playing each and every role with full extent, how he is pacifying his mother, the Lord pacifying, my dear mother, please hear, this body belongs to you. I do not possess anything. So much love and care, Mahaprabhu is pacifying his mother. Tomara patila de So, sorry, tomara palita deha, janma toma aite, koti janma tomara runa, na pari chodite. The Supreme Lord, who is the Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhanapran. Actually, he is the mother and father to all the living entities. That Supreme Lord is pacifying his mother. He is telling, this body is raised by you. It belongs to you. And it comes from you. I cannot repay this debt even in millions of words. Mahaprabhu speaking. Jani, Jani Vana Jani, Kaila Yadyapi Sanyasa, Tatapi Tomare Kabu, Nahi Babu Dasa. Knowingly or unknowingly, I have accepted this renounced order. Still, I shall never be indifferent to you. Please don't think I am taken sannyasa, so I am going away or I am separate to you. Mahaprabhu is telling, no, even though I take sannyasa, still I will be indifferent. Like that, Mahaprabhu pacifying. Tumi yahan kaha, ami tahani rahiba, tumi yehi agna kara, saita kariba. My dear mother, wherever you ask me to stay, I shall stay. And whatever you order, I shall execute. Still, I will be with you only, even though after taking sannyasa, whatever you instruct, I will follow. My mother, please be calm. Please become pacified. Mahaprabhu speaking. Yeda bali puna puna kare namaskara tushtahana ai kole kara bara bara. Saying this, the Lord offered obeisances to his mother again and again, and Mother Sachi, being pleased, took him again and again on her lap. Being mother of Mahaprabhu, being so much she loves her son. So again and again, she is making Mahaprabhu sitting on her lap, and she is looking at Mahaprabhu. Tabe ilana acharya gela abhyantara bhakta gana milite prabhu haila satvara. Then Advaita Acharya took Mother Sachi within the house. The Lord was immediately ready to meet all the devotees. Then after some time, Advaita Acharya taken Mother Sachi inside the house, and Mahaprabhu met other devotees, whoever accompanied, whoever came from Nadia along with Mother Sachi. Mahaprabhu met all those devotees. Eka eki milila Prabhu Sabha Bhakta Gana Sabhara Mukha Deki Kare Drida Lingana. The Lord met all the devotees one after the other, and looking at everyone's face individually, he embraced them tightly. We see when we meet devotees, we see devotees, they embrace other devotees very tightly. This is also one of the etiquettes devotees follow with loving affection also. They do like that. Mahaprabhu, he loves all the devotees, especially from his place Nadia. Each and everybody, Lord is meeting personally and embracing tightly. Keshana deki ya bhakta yadyapi paya dukkha saundarya deki te tabu paya mahasukha. Although the devotees were unhappy at not seeing Lord's hair, they nonetheless derived great happiness from seeing his beauty. By just having the darshan of the Mahaprabhu, devotees, they feel so much pleasure, so much happiness. Even this pleasure we can also experience by attaching so much to our worshipable deities. Lord, Supreme Lord, very mercifully has agreed to become Archa Vigraha in each and everybody of our houses. So by nicely serving our deities, we have to understand Pratima nahi sakshatu Vrajendra Nandana. So everybody has to get attached that much extent to their worshipable deities and have the darshana. Having the darshana is actually a everyday festival, Nityotsava, eternal festival actually. Simply by having darshana, devotees will, devotees, how they attaches, no? My dear Lord, how mercifully you have agreed to come and staying with us, and you are very mercifully accepting our services, even though we are doing with so many mistakes, you are accepting. Please kindly forgive us. Please kindly give your darshana like that. Any of our devotees, they desire, they aspire, whenever they close their eyes, whenever they chant their rounds, they remembers their worshipable deity. This happens to many of us also. So by seeing the Lord, by having the darshana itself, devotees, we feel so much pleasure. By hearing the words of the Supreme Lord, we can develop, our ecstasy will actually increases day by day. This is the actually, it is very important for a sadhaka. I would like to stop here, 152 shloka. From 153 onwards, next week we will continue. Today is very auspicious day of Srila Vrindavanadasa Thakura's disappearance day. Before that, some minutes we will remember some words about Srila Vrindavanadasa Thakura. Srila Vrindavanadasa Thakura, who is the author of the famous Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata, is very extraordinary personality character we find in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sri Vrindavanadasa Thakura's mother is Narayani Devi, who is the niece of Srivasa Thakur. So, Mother Narayani say when she is very small child, she could get able to opportunity get the remnants from Mahaprabhu. So that much she is very fortunate and very great devotee. From her, Srila Vrindavanadasa Thakura was born. And Gauraganodesa Deepika glorifies Srila Vrindavanadasa Thakura as Sri Vyasa, who has written, who has glorified Bhagavatam. The same Vyasadeva came as Vrindavanadasa Thakura in Chaitanya Lila. We see so many personalities very happily they participate in Lord's Leela, and they relishes the ecstasy. We see after future coming chapters, we see Sarabhama Bhattacharya's association with Mahaprabhu. We see is a Devaguru Brihaspati. He also wanted to relish or participate the Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So all the demigods, all the devotees, they get the chance. Hopefully someday we also will get that opportunity. So before Srila Vrindavanadasa Thakura, he has written, he is having so much mercy and he is very ardent and staunch devotee of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda Mahaprabhu empowers him so much. So he returns, see, Chaitanya Bhagavata. Before and all, it was known as, called as Chaitanya Mangala. But Sri Lochandas Thakur also, his book, he given title Chaitanya Mangala. So devotees, they changed Lochandas Thakur's book to Chaitanya Bhagavata. So Chaitanya Bhagavata, we see so much descriptions of especially Lord's childhood pastimes. So much pastimes, details of Nimai pastimes. Then devotees, they request Srila Krishnadasa Kaviraj Goswami, and Kaviraj Goswami later, he writes Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata. And throughout the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can see Srila Krishnadasa Kaviraj Goswami offering prayers to Srila Vrindavan Dasa Thakura. Always Kaviraj Goswami offers, by the mercy of Srila Vrindavan Dasa Thakura, devotees can able to dive into Chaitanya Charitamrita. He expresses here prayers, gratitude, so much prayers we can see throughout the Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is the importance of Srila Vrindavana Dasa Thakura. Today's his disappearance day. So by glorifying him, by remembering him, we can get his mercy a little bit. We will stop here. Any questions or any comments we can see? Otherwise, we can end here. Sachi Premi Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Just I
Krishna.
have a small doubt, Mataji. Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji, audible, Mataji.
Mataji, Vrindavan Das Thakur, why he wrote only, childhood pastimes, why not later pastimes? Can I know that? Because only that was explained by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami only. I had a doubt for a long time because the topic came today, so I wanted to know if possible.
Srila Vrindavana Dasa Thakura, it is actually mentioned by Kaviraj Goswami also, Mataji, in the initial chapters. Already we read in the chapters. It is mentioned Srila Vrindavana Dasa Thakura was so much attached and he was with Nimai pastimes and all, he was so much attached. And so many stories he is hearing from his mother and all the senior devotees. Especially Nityananda Prabhu has empowered and he has given his personal association empowered. So he was so much attached to that one. So he has written, elaborated in that ecstasy, he has written those pastimes.
Yes, Haribol, thank you, Mataji. And the way you explained Mahaprabhu pastimes in today's class was very wonderful, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. We pray all the devotees, and by each prayers, maybe by devotees' mercy and their blessings, someday really we could able to participate in Mahaprabhu's Leelas, Mataji. So hopefully we all will get that chance very soon. We will end here today. Thank you so much to all. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Tell me, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, very wonderful class. So you were telling about the Maharaja's Kartik Yatra in Jagannath Puri.
Yes, Prabhu.
This year is also happening Maharaj Yatra in Puri.
That I don't know, Prabhuji. I will ask my son Rasraj, he can able to confirm, Prabhuji.
So Mataji, you mentioned about in 2012 or 13, you went for Yatra, you saw all the ecstatic symptoms of devotees. So how you remember, how did you remember till now? So are you releasing all the, Yatra,
I think that time I couldn't able to understand Prabhuji, means that's why I am remembering. What is this? That time my feel was, why these are so much ecstatic? What makes them feeling this much ecstasy? I couldn't connect, Prabhuji, that time. That time I was feeling, oh, this much time non-stop, how they were dancing. This much time, how can anybody can able to relish that too in the mid of the sun, so much without tirelessly. How can one able to, means it's not like artificially, yeah? They were dancing, singing, that is going on. So really, that is a special incident on my heart. That's why I think I could be able to remember.
Yeah, thank you, Mother. Actually, when we hear, in the beginning we hear Bhagavatam, And same Bhagavatam when we hear, say in Vrindavan or some from sannyasi, so this make a
Yes.
lot of difference. This makes a
Yes.
lot of feeling inside us. So this
Yes,
is true,
yes,
Mataji.
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank
That's why actually from I think Prabhu, almost from last 9 years, I was longing to go for parikrama, but because of children studies, I couldn't able to get that fortune time, Prabhu. Because the same time the CBSE exams comes. First my elder daughter, now my younger daughter also, she finished 12th and she joined her medical studies. Then only this year, my Prabhu, very determinedly, we have to go to Parikrama. This year, the feel I got, actually, we have to give in priorities of so many things, but at least some period of time, at least that is the best time is the Gaura Purnima time. We have to prioritize actually our time, Prabhu. We have to prioritize, we have to go to Parikrama, we have to, because Parikrama time, what is the speciality? You can see the devotees flood. Means you no need to endure anything. Devotees, they will come, they will, by seeing them itself, we will become charges. That I experienced and very nicely. Hopefully, Mahaprabhu's mercy and devotees' mercy hereafterwards, I feel every parikrama I don't want to miss. I don't know how far it is possible or how far my body will cooperate with me. But strongly, I feel these opportunities and all, we should not leave Prabhu. Then definitely our consciousness or our association will go to actually another level. That is true, Prabhu. Very much true. We'll stop here. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai.